One of you guys said that you were gonna call me later, but my name's Jake. What's going on, YouTube? We have some more limited time rewards that we're going to be able to unlock during the month of October, and I wanted to highlight those as well as the spooky challenge that's going on because you can create screenshots, art, and different things and share them to the Elder Scrolls Twitter with different prompts, and then you can get highlighted by the Twitter account. I wanted to break that down because there's a lot of confusion about that. But let's start first with the limited time rewards and farms that you're able to get in the month of October. And restart with the Scourge Harvester farm that we are going to be able to do from October 7th through the 10th. That is the first highlighted monster style page that you're going to be able to collect. But I hear you saying, if you're brand new or you're new to this, what exactly is a style page that drops from a dungeon? Well, anytime the arms pack enters the Crownstore, you're able to go out and farm the conjoined style page face helmet, and then you're also able to get the shoulder. So what is the best way to do that? Well, the only way you have any chance to do it is by completing its associated dungeon on Veteran difficulty. This is from Veteran Wayrest Sewers 2, which notably also has the Sergeant's Mail. So if you're looking to actually farm that, this is a great time to do so because tons of people are going to be in that dungeon farming it. And every time you complete it on Veteran, you've got a small chance to get it. Now, I hear you saying, Jake, can I boost my odds? And yes, you can. If you get the Pelengadair Ghoul Slayer achievement, you're able to increase those odds. What is that achievement? Well, it is the hard mode achievement. If you can do the hard mode of this dungeon, you will gain access to the increased odds for getting those pages. This concept confuses people a little bit slightly because they think that they need to farm it on hard mode or do whatever bonus mode is included in the dungeon to get the higher odds, but that's not true. So here, we're going to use what's called an analogy, I think. It's as if you go to a store. I like to go to Target, maybe you like to go to Walmart, and you buy a belt. Well, this belt, every time you walk into Walmart, everything is 15% off. And the time that you purchase it is also 15% off. And then the beautiful thing too is that you can wear this into the dungeon. You can complete it on Veteran. You got this belt because you bought it the one time and you're good to go. Now you might think to yourself, Jake, what if I go and I buy another belt while I'm wearing that belt? Well, guess what? You only need to have one belt because two belts doesn't work. You can't wear two belts. You would just look silly. Also in the same time period too, you're able to head to the Undaunted Enclave and talk to Madge Al Regeth. And so you could spend 50 Undaunted keys to purchase the assigned shoulder. Now, the shoulder doesn't drop from the dungeon at all, so if you want to save Undaunted keys, you can buy the 1-key mystery coffer to see if you have a chance to get it. I generally prefer the 1-key mystery coffer because you can get other things that are valuable, such as motifs, research items, and other general things that you can sell that make it better than just wasting 50 Undaunted keys to get a shoulder. Next, we're going to talk about value. Is it worth farming this? And let's first look at the mask. Now, notably, the mask is currently listed for about 2.5 million gold. But it's important to remember, too, that people now notice that this is going to be farmable next month, and there's only 3 total listings. So if you're curious, this is its value over time. So the high was actually 3.6 million, and the low was about 2.9 million before people knew, hey, this is going to be on the market. The reason I mention that is because in 6 months, when everybody has forgotten about this set, you probably could get a few million gold from it. And notably, it's only available for a very short period of time. So it's definitely worth considering as a good farm because a lot of people are going to ignore it or they don't have the time to actually go through and farm it. The shoulder is another interesting one because you can see here that the average listing fee is about 2.5 million. But you can see not that long ago, we were at 4.1 million gold for the shoulder. So this is definitely a decently sought after shoulder with low listings. And because it's not available for a very long period of time, less than a week, this is actually a pretty good farm to consider. Even though Wayrest Sewers 2 is not known for its overwhelming difficulty. And pretty much everything that we've said about the last one is also true for the next one, which is Marsalok from October 21st through October 24th. Notably, again, a 3-day window because there's going to be so many other events and things going on. Probably a really good time to actually go and consider farming this. It's the same concept. If you go out and get the hard mode clear, if you buy that 15% off belt, you can get a better chance by having that achievement, which is Celine's Savior. Now, is this a better one to farm? It's going to be during a different time period, thankfully, with no overlap, and it will actually not be during any active ESO events, meaning this probably will be farmed a little bit more than the other one, but how does it compare price wise? And restart with the helmet, which ranges from 4.499999 to 4.6 million. Isn't that great that the median, the mode, the max, they're all pretty close to each other. And interestingly, is even before we knew this was going to be listed, the price value was about the same, which bodes well if you're trying to farm something that's got a few million gold in value. And you can see that its sales history was still pretty good, even all the way back at the beginning of September when people didn't even know that this was going to be listed. Because it's only available for 3 days, that does bode really well for this mask holding on to a lot of its value. And even though these are PC prices, console prices will still mimic it pretty closely with probably closer to 2 to 3 million gold, making this is a pretty good investment for your time if you're interested in running some dungeons. But I will warn you, the shoulders are notably significantly worse. In fact, I would almost completely ignore the shoulders. Even all the way back in September 1st, these were only 1 to 1,000 gold. That's really not a lot for a shoulder. Now, the only benefit is that something that we actually haven't talked about yet, which is that you, instead of going to this little vendor right here, which is Maj R Regeth, you're going to Urglerk. Now, Urglerk is notably better because she does all of the veteran DLC dungeons, so by rolling your Undaunted keys with her, you're getting some actually really good premium shoulders that you're actually more likely to use. You see, if you roll for the other vendor, his stockpile of potential shoulder options are not nearly as good. Whether you want to weigh that in your determination, if you want to roll your keys for this one, roll your keys for the former, or just save your keys in general, is totally up to you. I just like to point out those options because each of them have a different threshold for items that they drop because they all have different dungeons. If you're ever curious, what are the potential options that a vendor could give you? Just scroll down and look at them. If they can sell the box for 8 Undaunted keys, those are the ones that you could potentially get. All the DLC ones, though, are with Urglerk, and notably, most of the DLC monster sets better than the other ones. I do also want to gently scroll on through the crown sales because every time I do a crown, kind of review video, even though we're just highlighting the in-game farms, people are always like, Jake, why don't you show us everything that's in the Crownstore? So this is my way of showing that. And one of you guys just subscribed on Twitch. Thank you, Carnothor. We are not even streaming right now, so we'll keep this in. But notably, you'll be able to get some of these other things here. But what I really like about ESO is it tells you where these things drop. So let's say, for example, you were like, man, I really like this motif style. Well, they physically tell you, hey, you can farm this in the Oathsworn pits. And you can also buy it from other players who get it from there, which is important because that's good to know. It's good information to have that you can get all of these things through in-game means if it's a motif. I do love the Plague Doctor, admittedly. He is pretty baller. But, it's a good month for, costumes, designs. There's going to be some cool housing items, crown crates, event tickets. Ooh, spooky stuff. You could get your spooky house. The haunted house wares is admittedly really cool. And this will definitely be a month probably where crown prices kind of are on a higher end just because so many people are going to be decorating their homes because spooky. And that's the next thing we're going to talk about, which is you can enter the little Twitter tournament that they have by taking screenshots, making artwork, or following the prompts that they have and then adding them on Twitter. We're going to break that down next once we've scrolled through everything. That way I don't get any mean comments below because I don't want any mean comments. We're almost there. I pinky promise. By the way, you're able to get something like this in the game. I have a video on it. Please don't buy this polymorph. I'll cry. I do like the Pumpkin Spectre though, and notably, this is pretty cool too. I do think it's kind of cool that they have this polymorph. Pets, useless. even though it's a cute dog. Oh, it's an adorable cat. And there we go. That is the Crownstore. Now nobody will yell at me in the comments below. They didn't show the whole thing. And here are the prompts. From the 1st through the 3rd, you have Cold Harbor as the prompt. 4th through the 6th, Frost. 7th through the 9th, Stealth. Ash is 10th through the 12th. Then you've got Shore, 13th through the 15th. Necromancy, 16th through the 18th. Vampire, 19th to 21st. Disaster, 22nd through 24th. Festival, 25th through 27th. And Autumn, 28th through 31st. And you can see right above here, basically all you need to do is post your artwork and screenshot any other works and things that you do, and then just use the hashtag The Elder Scrolls Online October. It's relatively straightforward. I tried to go back in time to see if they have given rewards, whether it was like merchandise or in-game crowns or any sort of rewards for winning these, and I wasn't able to find anything, so I don't know if there's any like lucrative things that you will earn by doing this, but because it's something that the developers highlighted, and plus I wanted to talk about the monster sets that are going to be available because they're just good farms. Realistically, if you want to get that Sergeant's Mail set, you might as well also just do it on Veteran. Get yourself purple jewelry pieces, which you probably may want, and then you can also roll for a really good style page, which, you know, is just free money. So I wanted to highlight those things regardless, and this is just kind of like something to add on in, but it is notable, and hopefully there are cool rewards. If there is any updates to this, I will update all of you, but right now we just know that there's prompts. Use the hashtags on Twitter and show off those screenshots through these dates here. Again, you can use artwork, you can use screenshots, you can use AI generation, and then you can enter that way. And we are back under the underpass here to just wrap up the video. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, ideas for future videos, please put them in the comments below because I listen to everything. We also have a Discord in there if you're interested in joining the Discord. And as always, we're doing our 3 giveaway drawings. All you need to do to enter is just be subscribed. And if you want 2 additional entries, follow on both Twitch and Twitter. Second thing is, just leave a comment in the comments below. Boost the algorithm. It always helps out a little bit. And the third thing is, look for a hidden word to be published on a video posted throughout the month. If you're the first person to comment that hidden word, you will win. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic Monday, and I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jakeclips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.